2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our featured group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
And this week, Henny, they're looking to beat Harold Varner III. It should be an exciting and entertaining duel.
Absolutely, Luke. Harold Varner III is one of the most charismatic, talkative and highly skilled players out there on tour. He'll either cut you down with his game or his slick talking. You better be on your guard.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see how HV3 goes up against this player in this rivalry.
Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. This one's heading towards the rough, I think. Wow, what happened there?
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here.
And he needs this to save par.
Yep, tracking nicely.
Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Woo, back there, horsey. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. Might it be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. Ooh. That'll sting a bit. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
This is their look at birdie.
This one started out on a good line.
And that will drop in for a birdie. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup.
You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free.
Next up is this par 4 hole.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 180 yards.
This one headed left and not coming back.
That's not the shot they're after.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
And this putt coming up for his par. It's tracking.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
Currently 1 under for the tournament. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Going with the 6 iron here. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. That's just inside the range.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
All right, you'll make it the next time. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And this putt to move into a tie for second.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Oh, terrific. What an effort. And that will take him to 2 under. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes.
From around 180 yards out. Just 2 shots behind.
This one's left of the green.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
No, they tried to fade that one in there, but got a little steep on it.
Ooh, that almost went down.
"14 feet to the cup."
This is what they have left for a par.
Get excited. This could go in.
A bit too much pace on that one.
This is a bogey putt coming up. Looking good. That limits the damage.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Now 4 back after that hole. Time to tee off at the 6th. Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there. Get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
That's the way to bounce back. Good way to make up for the bogey at the last.
To the top 5 he goes.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Teeing off here at the 7th. Good shot there, Beamer. The history of golf has been littered with some great characters. For the modern game, Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Get in.
Just a couple of inches away from finding that one.
And he finds himself in a tie for third. Time to play one of the one-shotters. That's a bad error to make there. That's headed right. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
How close was that to going down?
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Why don't we catch up with the V-Man, Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. This hole is a par 4. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway.
Second shot here on the 9th.
Opting for the 5-wood. This one is headed to the right. Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Ooh, right by the hole. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Well, I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Sitting at 2 under, currently tied for 5th place. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Time for the 5th shot. Okay, time to return to the action. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Oh, just missed. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. 7 feet to the cup. You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take him to 3 under. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
No, that's not the shot they wanted. Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. Going with the 7. Oh, that's a tad disappointing, finding the branches there. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Wow, that was handy holding out from there, and that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Why not take another look at that effort?
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
Currently 4 under for the event.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Opting for the 5-iron. Left yourself an opportunity. Well, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
This has a real chance.
That'll be a good result. I know it didn't go down, but it's just a tap in awaits. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he?
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
We've arrived at a par 4. Bit disappointing, that one.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely. That lie was so bad, I didn't think they'd be able to get it anywhere near there.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Oh, that's too bad. It's just about 3 feet away.
Putt is underway.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Just 2 shots back after that hole. We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view, bailing out to the left in the bunker. Not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
Going with the hybrid. And here we are with the third shot. 2 strokes off the lead.
Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
We have a par 5 on this one. Lovely effort, that. Sitting at -4. Currently tied for second. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Nice shot, that. That should find the surface. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill. I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
Oh, that's a ripper.
And just a few holes remaining. Let's see what they can produce.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
He's currently in the second position.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Going with the pitching wedge here. This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. Trying to shape this one a little bit. Handy effort, that one. Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
That's the right pace. This should drop. That's a good putt to make. We'll take that. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And that makes him tied for first. Well, here we go, Rich. We're at the penultimate hole, the 17th. This shot here from about 240 yards.
Breeze coming right into his melon.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
And coming up well short.
Here's HV3.
Downwind on this shot.
They've chosen to club down on this one.
Sitting at 7 under.
Currently tied for first place.
Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
An opportunity to make their par. That's well holed. He's currently in a share of top spot. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. And this is what's in front of them to win the Serenity Championship. Oh, my. That would have won the event.
And Luke, they need this putt now to force a playoff.
And this putt is for a final score of 65. Appears to have overcooked this one. And this one is for bogey. Oh, Rich, what could have been? This player's going to miss out on a playoff by a single shot.
Luke, what a difficult situation is for this player. So close and yet wasn't able to get it done. That's going to leave a bad taste in this player's mouth.
And what an absolute shame that is, Rich. The win looked like it was in the bag too.
Absolute meltdown of epic proportions. Hopefully they can learn from it, but it was painful to watch, and I'm sure it's going to be painful for that player for a while.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beem, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.